Hey everyone, Scooby-Doo here with a little short update video. I'm not going to really cover anything in particular. Just has been a couple days since I put up a video, so I'm going to decide to put one up. I'm going to be covering the Landspeeder Star Wars Target exclusive, part of the vintage collection, I believe. I'll be covering that in just a second. I just want to talk about my rant I did the other day and go over a few other items and also show you some stuff on the wall that I didn't show you from the other day. So as far as the rant goes with the lightsabers, my main point with that is, and I'm going to turn this on, or maybe I'm not going to keep this on, this thing's loud. I was going to use this to point stuff out on my wall, but I don't think I'm going to, it's too loud. My point with the lightsabers is they didn't all come out at the same time. In fact, the Mace Windu, and that's one of the things that's not part of the original trilogy, and the reason why I got it was because of the color. It's purple. But most of these lightsabers didn't come out at the same time. They only produced one or two of them. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them that are out, but they only produced a couple of them, and then they made more, and then they, I think it went from, like the Master Replica FX, and then Hasbro took over or something. I don't know. I'll leave the history up to you. But they didn't come out at the same time. So when the first one or two came out, somebody should have spoken up right then and there and said, hey, what's with the auto turnoff? But nobody really said anything. And that's really my point. I mean, you go on these other YouTube reviewers that have all these tens of thousands of subscribers and all this stuff. Hey, man, they rely on those people for that. You know, when they're going to go buy something, they go, well, hey, I'm going to check on his video first and see what he says about it. You can go back on all those videos and not one effing person ever said anything about them not staying on. So what was the point? Hasbro probably didn't even know. I think probably Hasbro actually probably had some kind of policy that anything that they made that took batteries probably had some form of auto turnoff. Which I can understand, especially, you know, when I was a kid back in the 70s. I drove my parents crazy with leaving stuff on and them having to buy batteries all the time. So I understand it, but somebody should have spoken up then. But they kept making them year after year with the same auto turnoff. And then you can ask anybody. I mean, I'm sure there might be a few people that might say differently, and I say a few. But the overwhelming amount of people, if you were just to ask them, say, hey, check out this lightsaber on the wall. Now let me ask you a question. Does it look better like that? Or does it look better like that? The majority of everybody's going to say it looks better like that. So there's the end of my argument right there. I win. Right there. I just won the argument. There's nothing you can say. You can thumbs down my rant if you want, but there's nothing. Yeah, that's it. You can be a fanboy of another channel, and because he said it was cool, you automatically think it's cool because you're a follower. But I'm not like that. What would have been nice, just like they did with some of the other lightsabers, is they actually had the removable blade. And I'm sure that's because some people spoke up about that. And they said, hey, let's make some with removable blades. Well, they should have done the same thing with the auto turnoff. So I understand it. My rants are made to be funny, but at the same time, they're made to kind of make a point. So on to what I wanted to show you. This is the Emperor Palpatine up on his shelf. I actually haven't decided on which head sculpt I like better. I might actually put the other one on. I know I made all that big deal about how I wanted that one, but I don't know. I think I'm going to try the other head sculpt as well. Not sure if I showed you the Space Trooper. He's sitting up on his shelf, pointing up at the Death Star. That came out pretty cool. I haven't finished yet the R2 with the C-3PO, but I do have the Jawa on there. And if you can see his eyes do kind of look like they're kind of lit up. That looks pretty cool. That's what I liked about it. That's what I was trying to say. I mean, it looked pretty cool. So when the C-3PO gets up there, it should look pretty. It should look pretty nice. Also, too, I took out the blaster out of this one stormtrooper, and I put the comlink in his hand because I actually have a replica comlink right there. I'm going to move it over to the other side. But I think the Space Trooper came with the fisted hand, and I just drilled a little hole in there to make it more like a regular, like this, and then just stuck it inside. Just wanted to show you that. Some other things too with my other rants, like the Darth Vader. Hey, you know what? If you follow another guy and he says it's a great figure and doesn't really make that much of a fuss about the Switch, well, guess what? Hot Toys will probably make another figure next year and you can deal with that Switch again. Because nobody says anything about it. Everybody says it's cool. There's no need for them to change it. That's why I'm glad I'm almost done with my Star Wars wall. I don't have to deal with it anymore. But I'm also looking out for the collectors of the future, the next generation of collectors and Star Wars fans. You don't want to have to go through this. You really don't. I mean, you don't want to have to be building a wall and thinking like, hey, you know, I want to put those lightsabers up. They're going to be so cool. I'm going to get all the different colors. Because I didn't want a Mace Windu. I mean, you might like Mace Windu, and yeah, okay, he's cool. Samuel L. Jackson, cool. But I didn't want his saber. Okay, I got it because it was a different color, because I wanted to have the different colors on the wall just to find out I don't get to display them that way. I guess it was my fault for assuming that they can actually stay on. So, one other thing I'm going to bring up, Medicom Darth Vader. Same thing, if you guys don't say anything, you could take a Medicom Darth Vader, a Sideshow Darth Vader, and a Hot Toys Darth Vader. All three of them are different sizes. Can they get 1/6 scale right? I'm just learning this stuff. I mean, come on now. The other people that are doing these reviews that have all these thousands of subscribers need to start talking about this shit. I can't put a Medicom Darth Vader with a Hot Toys Stormtrooper. I couldn't do that at all. Now you might ask, well, why would you be doing that anyways? Well, maybe that I just had the Medicom Darth Vader and I'm collecting figures. They're both the same height. You would think Star Wars, when they get the license to these different manufacturers, that they say, okay, Darth Vader was 6'4", here's a 6 scale, do the math. Don't make him shorter, don't just make him every figure 12 inches. Now, if you're buying a $20 figure from Walmart, okay, fine, they can all be the same height. But you're paying $200-300, they should be the correct height. And one last thing, and then we'll start talking about the landspeeder. How cool would it have been if the Hot Toys Darth Vader turned on like this? Oops, sorry. Yeah, this is just a whoop. If you just took Darth Vader's helmet and went on, okay, now he can start talking. Off. On, off. So simple. But you can just stick with your switch in the back. Okay, so on to this landspeeder. This is cool! I'm starting to get into this collecting stuff. So I'm going to be taking this thing partially apart and repainting some of it and putting black wash on it and dirt and battle marks and everything, and then it's going to be going up onto the wall. This is really cool because it doesn't have that button on the front. Now, if you collected the old one, I mean, there's value to that, and some people like collecting the older stuff. But for me, I'm putting this on display, so I didn't want that button on there. So be careful if you plan on buying one of these. Make sure that you're getting the right one. There's one that had the button on there that I think that it pushes up the trunk or whatever that is. This one is really already highly detailed already. Got a little good damage on it. Sorry, for some reason I put the light on my phone. I'm not going to turn it off now. This video is almost over with. But stay tuned for that. I should have that completed by the end of the week, and then I will show you what it looks like afterwards. Also, too, I'm still waiting for those 4 figures to come, which I'm probably not going to get. As a long story, I'll cover that as well on a later video. And how many times have I said and already? Well, because I'm remembering stuff. That's why I don't script my videos. I'm going to be most likely partnering up with Freedom. I don't know if you know what that is. I really don't even know what it is, but they will probably be putting some advertisements on some of my videos, so I do apologize for that if that ends up getting annoying. I will go into that on a later video as well. I just, again, wanted to give you guys an update. So there it is. I think I paid $42 for this on eBay. And it looks like whoever bought it originally got it on clearance for like $17. Damn it! That's what I hate about collecting too. It's like, I'm like, oh, I want to get this. I want to get that. Oh, they don't make it anymore. Oh, how much does it sell for? $10? How much is it going for now? Oh, $5,000? Oh, nice. Ooh. Star Wars collectors. You guys are awesome. I'll just keep collecting because then my stuff will start going up in value someday. Like my R2. That's one thing I was really tripping about. I bought that R2 originally from Target. I think I paid like $130 for it, maybe $140. And now I see people trying to sell them on eBay for like $500. So I'm like, yeah! Finally I bought something that's worth more money than what I paid for it. Excellent. Okay, well this short video has definitely gone long enough. So I shall talk to you guys later. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I shall talk to you guys later.